On the spot reviews, MagicRy,
Spartan Steve.
Alright, so, review time, I guess.
Alright, mind if I do the flip?
We got a quarter this time, actually. We've downgraded.
We've downgraded from a toonie to a quarter, and I'm really sad about it.
Okay, you're gonna flip, get into that bowl. Don't screw up like I keep doing.
It's because you threw it.
Do it, get into the bowl. Ah, you screwed up. Okay, do it again. One more time, one more time.
One more time. Sorry, guys.
You suck as much as I do. Actually, worse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, at least I flip it.
Okay, just put it in the bowl. Just, like, chuck it in, like, nicely. I'm gonna redo this one more time.
Okay, you do it.
Boom. It is
Heads. Which means you make me review something, right?
That's it.
Okay.
Guess what? Guess what?
What do you want me to review?
Inglorious Basterds. This is one of those movies.
I should have seen this one coming.
You should have, because this is one of those movies that like Spartan Steve hates. Well, I wouldn't say hates, but doesn't like, and I like it a lot. So, I mean, we
It's a good movie, and I don't like it.
That's it.
There.
But you know what? I found we have a trend of saying too many nice things about movies, and I think it's time that we get a little more critical.
Got a little more hate going on.
Yeah, we need a little more hate. Nothing's wrong with a little hate.
Just like a little expression. If you can't hate something, then filmmakers will not improve.
That's it. We have to have some criticism. Anyways, so Inglorious Basterds by Quentin Tarantino.
This is probably one of the very few movies in the world that MagicRy and I have very different opinions about.
Yeah.
Okay,
so you remember it pretty well, I assume. I mean,
yeah, I've seen it 3 times.
It's based on like this fictitious Nazi story where
fictitious is an understatement.
Yeah, fictitious is a pretty big understatement. But anyways, like this group called the Inglorious Basterds, led by Brad Pitt with an awesome accent, goes and kills Nazis, and they end up like killing. Anyways, I'm not gonna ruin it. But
there's a redemption behind. There's a redemption story behind all of it, but there's a lot of Americans and there's a lot of German Nazis, and there's a lot of just ridiculous moments. Anyway, go ahead. We won't spoil it. Go see it if you're interested in that sort of thing. Go ahead and ask.
Anyways, time for the review. So, I want you to discuss the characters of the movie. Like, what kind of impression did they leave on you? I mean, like Brad Pitt, if you remember, like Hugo Stiglitz, and if you remember the Bear Jew, as they called him.
Yes, I remember the Bear Jew. Okay, when I first saw the trailer for this movie, I thought Brad Pitt was the main character, and for the most part, he does kind of steal the starlight when he's on screen. But that's one problem, is that the Inglorious Basterds are actually barely in the movie. They have 3 major scenes, one in the beginning, one in the middle, and one at the end. The main character, I don't remember her name, but she was...
Shoshana. Her name's Shoshana.
She's the French girl?
Yeah, she's a French girl.
Basically, the beginning of the movie involves like a Nazi coming to a French house, and they say, "We hear you're hiding some French Jews."
Yeah.
And anyway, her family gets shot down. This isn't spoilers. This is like the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, and she goes running off, and the whole movie is basically her trying to live life, but also trying to get payback for what the Nazis did to her family and for Jews in general. She is actually my favorite part of the movie, I will admit. Her part is really strong. You're kind of like in mystery of who she really is.
Yeah.
Or what you should feel. It's only in the second half does she really deliver.
Yeah, like we know who she is, and we kind of like, we have an understanding that she really doesn't like the Nazis. Like, we know this for a fact. But at the same time, like, she doesn't seem like a critical enough, not an angry enough, I'd say, person to do anything about it. And then, like Spartan Steve said in the second half, like, she puts it on.
Well, I will admit, like that's the best part of the movie, I guess you could say, is towards the end, what she does. I won't spoil it for you, but it was really creative, and it was, like, really heck yeah. But it takes too long to get to. My main problem is the movie is Tarantino long. It's 2.5 hours, and a lot of it is stuff you just don't want to see in the movie. People disagree with me, apparently, because it's got an insane rating on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic, whatever. And people like it. He's a person, and he likes it, and his friends like it, and some of my friends like it. I just don't think highly of it.
How about Christoph Waltz? You remember him in that movie, eh?
Yeah.
He plays Christoph Waltz is in several Tarantino movies, and in my opinion, he's one of the best actors in Hollywood.
He won Best Supporting Role
In Django
Oscar
Unchained,
for
yeah.
Django Unchained, and I will say now, he did deserve that. He was the best part of that movie, and I really liked Django. Let me just say this now, like, if you guys think I don't like Inglorious Basterds because I don't like Tarantino's style, not true. I love Kill Bill. Pulp Fiction was pretty good. I like Django Unchained. I haven't seen Reservoir Dogs, I will admit. But a lot of people like say Inglorious was like fantastic, and I just thought it was sort of okay. But Christoph Waltz, funny thing is, I wasn't as established with actors when I first saw Inglorious Basterds.
And nor was I. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm in the exact same boat as Steve. But when I saw Inglorious Basterds the first time, I didn't really know anything about Christoph Waltz because
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, but I saw Reservoir Dogs after I had seen Inglorious Basterds, and like, I don't know, I wasn't very Tarantino established. I had seen the Kill Bills, but like, I didn't really know.
They're my favorites, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of people's favorites. Personally, mine is Django because
Django's like
loved it.
right there.
It was
Django's
so good.
really
It was
close
so
for me.
good. But anyways, back to Inglorious. But you remember his character.
He's
he
Nazi,
was,
right?
He was a Nazi, and
Yeah.
he was this dog, and his job was to hunt Jews, pretty much. And
I'll obviously hate the character because you're kind of supposed to.
yeah,
But his delivery is exceptional. When I rewatched the movie for the third time and I realized it was Christoph Waltz, I said, I kind of like this a little more. It didn't change my opinion of the movie, but his performance was lovable because it was a good performance. Obviously hateful because of the character who was supposed to portray, but I think he might have been my favorite character in the movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know, but also,
with the main girl.
yeah, I wanted to ask you about Brad Pitt. How do you like Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt's a great actor, and he does a fine job in this. He does the whole Bonjourno.
Bonjourno.
He's good, but like I said, he's not in the movie often, and he's one of the very few comic reliefs in the film that I really like. And he appears so little, so less often than everything else that I sort of go, but for every like dip that I personally get with this movie, he shows up just to make me smile at least once. He even, like, I'm not going to spoil it, but he takes the last scene, and even that one's really enjoyable.
You know what? With this movie, I have to say, the story was bad. I mean, it was bad. It was just so nonsensical. But you know what? I just loved it for the characters and the action, and I just like, I don't know. I just love the story.
You can like a movie for its characters and its action, and
That's
still like say its plotline sucks.
The story was just, it was so badly
movies.
told. I mean, like, it was so unrealistic. I mean, you know what? One of my favorite things is seeing a movie and feeling like it could happen.
Yeah.
And Inglorious Basterds was just, it was so ridiculous.
But you like it.
I like it because it was fun. It was a fun movie to watch. But you know what? My boy here, Steve, appreciates the movie content more.
I'll never say a movie sucks because I don't like it. It's good. It's relatively well done. I could name a lot more movies I preferred that year. The year it came out, that was 2009, like District 9, the Star Trek reboot because I'm a sci-fi nut, and I even really enjoyed Avatar. A lot of people ask me, how can I not dislike this movie but like Django, because they're both sort of like meddling with history. My main problem with that is Django didn't alter history. It just told a personal story of a fictitious character in a realistic setting. Inglorious Basterds takes place in World War II and meddles with actual events in history.
It does.
Regarding Hitler, regarding what happened in France.
Well, it was like, it got the whole occupation down, but like the way it was told was like,
Yeah.
it was just so far-fetched.
It just felt like something that did not need to be Tarantino'd. But the fact that he's sort of passionate about history and wants to put his style into it, I'll never like badmouth that. But I'll say now, I gave it 3 chances. I think I'm good.
And then you never weren't gonna watch it again, eh?
Unless like I'm forced to, and like everyone's watching, I'll go, okay, I guess I'll watch it. But I'll never with my own intent, put it on, say, I haven't seen this movie in a
So
while.
let's say, I guess with that, I'm going to ask you rewatchability out of 10. What will you rate it?
Out of 10?
You could be as harsh as you'd like. I won't judge.
I'm trying to think what I gave it. I will say I liked it a little more the second time I saw it, and the third was sort of just stayed with the second one. I'll go with a 6.
6 out of 10.
I'll go with a 6 because it does do a lot of things right. And a lot of people say 6 means okay, and that's good. But switch likability for well done. There's good pacing in the movie. There's good delivery. There's even good music and camera work. But it's a snore fest for me.
Yeah, so I'm going to give it an overall rating. What would you say?
6.
6?
Yeah.
6 is your totally overall rating?
Stand by at 6.
All right, 6 for Inglorious Basterds.